In today's video, I want to talk to you about my impressions of the iPad Pro Magic Keyboard here over the first few days that I've used it. I'm going to talk not only as a tech nerd geeking out over some new cool thing, but also as a writer. That's been my main gig for many, many years, and I write for several hours a day, so I need a keyboard that stays out of the way, that just kind of does what it's supposed to do and doesn't mess me up. I've been using my iPad Pro 12.9 inch exclusively for the writing job for the past 6 months or so. So the Magic Keyboard has to be magic if it's gonna stay on my desk attached to my iPad. By the end of this video, I'm gonna let you know if I think it's worth it so far, as well as the good and the bad about the keyboard. From a form standpoint, this thing is everything I've always wanted in an iPad keyboard. The keyboard itself is super high quality, the materials are good, the fit and finish is on par with, it's just a sturdy, solid thing. Just like everything Apple does. The keyboard itself is basically the same scissor switch keyboard used in the brand new MacBook Airs and the MacBook Pro 16s. Honestly, I kind of like the butterfly keyboard, but I'm in a vast minority right there. The typing experience on the keyboard is better than 95% of all the iPad keyboards out there. I've been using the Logitech Slim Folio for as long as I've had the iPad. I've had the 12.9 inch and the 2018 model now for quite a bit of time. And as positive and as premium the experience is on the Magic Keyboard, the Logitech keyboard feels more roomy to me somehow, and I'm a better typist on it, and it has a function row and all kinds of stuff like that. Here's the thing, I never learned to touch type, and over the years I kind of developed my own claw method of typing. It's not perfect, but after writing hundreds and hundreds of thousands of words over the 40 plus years of my life, it works for me. It works great on the Logitech, but on the Magic Keyboard it somehow feels a little bit cramped, and I can't type super comfortably on it yet. It's been a couple of days, so I'm not going to throw the baby out with the bathwater and all that kind of stuff yet, but the adjustment from one to the other has not been immediate, and sometimes it is. What makes the Magic Keyboard, well, magical, it's not just the laptop grade keyboard, but also the way the device works with the iPad. It uses a ton of magnets to adhere the iPad to the backplate, and it connects immediately. There's no lag, there's no like, oh, I gotta wait for like all of a sudden you can type. The folding mechanism is something totally futuristic. When unfolded, the keyboard lays flat and the iPad sort of cantilevers out. It's a super cool trick. I love stuff that looks like the future. I'm all about, brand new things, but the iPad Magic Keyboard is not without its issues. You only have 40 degrees of play when you unfold the thing, which means it can lean back at a very comfortable angle for desktop typing and really not much else. I have an issue with my left hand, my fingers are banging the bottom of the iPad itself when I type, but that's really probably my monkey typing. If you know how to type, if you learn to touch type, please disregard this. It's probably not going to affect you. The only other play you get with the angle is varying degrees of more straight. Which works if you want to use the case with the iPad while laying in bed watching Painfully Honest Tech videos or whatever it is that you choose to watch. But if you want to utilize what is up to this point the iPad's signature accessory, the Apple Pencil, you're kinda up the creek. I use it to take notes. I also use it to randomly jot down ideas. I also use it, importantly, to mark up manuscripts when I'm working on a new book, story, poem, whatever, YouTube script. The Magic Keyboard cannot lay flat. It can't fold back on itself. It can't fold under, so it makes using it with the pencil extremely limited. Yes, you can take the iPad off and with just a quick tug, you're in full tablet mode again and you can pencil away. It's slimmer than my Logitech Slim Folio case, but it's still thicker than the MacBook Pro. But again, you can just leave the case on the desk and take the iPad away with you, and that maybe solves the problem unless you're worried about protecting your iPad. There are compromises. And while the trackpad is really high quality glass, easily clickable, you don't have to worry about, hitting it in any of the right places. It clicks wherever you touch it. And the iPad, especially with the addition of the pencil and the Magic Keyboard, can do just about anything you want if you're willing to go through the lengths it takes to learn how to do it. The iPad Pro Magic Keyboard is an incredible piece of engineering, and in use, it feels special. It feels magical, I guess, like you've just taken another step a little more into the future. There are shortcomings, and each individual will have to weigh whether or not the cool factor outweighs the compromises, and it makes it worth the price, which is really tough. For some people, it's going to be the perfect thing. For others, it won't. I wrote this whole script on the iPad Magic Keyboard. I still haven't quite gotten my fingers working the way that I wanted to. Truth be told, I ordered this thing once before and kind of got cold feet, and I canceled my order. This was a few weeks ago. $350 is a lot of money, and it wasn't until a bunch of people from the Painfully Honest Tech Wizard Squad went crazy with super chats during the taping of a PHT podcast. You know, they were very kind, and so basically they helped pay for most of the thing, and I'm very grateful for that. There are some incredibly cool people in the Painfully Honest Tech community, and I just have to say, I thank you all. There's a lot more to think about with this product. I'm not convinced it's right for me. If you want me to do a follow-up video once I've used it for a while, let me know in the comments down below. I'll definitely have more to say. These are just early days with the Magic Keyboard. And don't forget to check out some of the videos that are going to pop up down here, Apple related and otherwise. This has been Painfully Honest Tech! Tech so honest it hurts! Until the next time, I'm out.